You see, I don't usually make Singaporean-oriented videos because I'm so American. But in lieu of National Day, I would like to express my patriotism to my wonderful country and teach the people from all over the internet how to speak our Singaporean Asian English, which we call Singlish. Now, this language is mainly colloquial and a basic standard of English is required. You need to learn how to read and write in an elementary level. With that said, let's begin. Now, the first thing in any language is pronunciation. Now, in Singlish, we use an overabundance of auxiliary notes mixed in with akikyatcharas and apogyatcharas. Now, if you see here in this visual description, we can see that auxiliary notes are notes which goes one step higher and then one step lower, or notes which goes one step lower and then one step higher. Now, we use the akikyatcharas and apogyatcharas in the last two notes to accommodate the auxiliary notes and then to add that little Singlish accent. So now let me give you an example. Instead of saying the word no as no, we say it as no or no. And then also the interval of the auxiliary notes also matter. With every increasing interval from third to fifth apart to sixth apart, we see it's a variation of both calmness and annoying. And in every increasing interval, we show the amount of annoyingness and the amount of pleasantness a person is actually showing. So now we see, so now we can say the word no as no or no. And also, we can also vary the intervals between the first two notes and the last two notes. Like we see here, the first two notes could be a third apart, while the last two notes could be a seventh apart. We say no in that kind of notes, and then we can say it like this. No! Auxiliary notes are used mainly before a comma and a full stop. Also, the ending consonant sounds of every word in the Singlish is actually abolished and completely non-existent. So instead of saying the word want as wants, we gotta say the word as one. And instead of saying the word places as places, we gotta say the word as place. And also, words in a sentence come in pairs of octaves with a semitone or tone linking to the next pair. And also, if you want to express a greater annoyance in a sentence, we can hold on to the ending syllable of the last word longer to express a greater annoyance. Combining everything that we've learned, it will look something like this. It will sound something like this if we read that sentence. No! I want chicken rice! Auxiliaries, never forget the auxiliaries. And now on to grammatical structure. Now we have to understand that there are absolutely no usage of collective nouns and apostrophes in the language at all. So we can't say that we would like a plate of chicken rice. We have to say that I want chicken rice. And we can't say that we see a flock of birds. We have to say I see but. And we also can't say that I like to look at the teacher's table. You have to say I like to see teacher table. And we also have to know that all words are plural with no S's. So there's no need to add an S to make the word plural to show quantity. So there's no need to add S's in the word sweets. We can just say sweet. And we also have to understand that tenses of past participles, present participles, future and future participles are absolutely non-existent at all. All words should only be in the present tense. Combining all that we've learned, we'll look at the sentence, I would like a bunch of sweets on the teacher's table. In America, we say it as, I would like a bunch of sweets on the teacher's table. But in Singlish, we have to say it as, I want sweet on teacher table. And now on to vocabulary. Now you have to understand that our language is basically a mixture of different ethnic groups combined. 所以我们要加强我们的马来语和华语，才能够进一步地了解新加坡式的语言。所以sama kepada saya, sama kepada awak. Let's learn some words from the Singlishman. And now the 5 most common Singaporean words which gives distinction and sophistication to a fellow Singlishman. Now the first and the words are la, xia, xian, walao, and ah. But we don't say it that way. We say it as la, xia, xian, walao, ah. Okay, now first la is used at the end of the sentence to state an opinion, like for example, just Rebecca Black, dumb la, or Justin Bieber, gay la. And now xia shows an unpleasantness and annoyance at the end of a sentence. Now you can say Xia, you so lousy, why you so lousy, xia? Yeah, like that, something like that, okay. Now, xian. Now, xian is used to show boredom or an uncanny urge to not want to do something. It's basically used, you can also use it with coordination with xia, like for example, walao xian xia, I have to go to school, or xian, I have to go to school, xia. Okay, now we come to a walao, which I used in previous sentence. Now, walao basically means, it's the most colloquial word in Singaporean culture. It basically means, damn. Now, we can also use the word in coordination with xia, like for example, walao, you so fat, xia. Or you can do it as, walao, xia, you so fat. And now, basically the end of the word, it's basically used for an intimidation, and it basically means, aren't you? So instead of saying, you're stupid, aren't you? You have to say, stupida, fat, pregnant. So that's it. That's basically how you speak Singlish. Now, stuff that Singaporeans usually like to talk about is how rich your family is, what job you own, what school you're in, and whether or not you take higher Chinese. So let me give you a scenario so you will have a better understanding of the Singaporean context. So yeah, so let's say you would like to order a plate of minced meat noodles. You don't say, may I have a plate of minced meat noodles? And in the context of Singapore, minced meat noodles is actually called bak chor mee. So instead of saying, may I have a plate of minced meat noodles, you should instead say, uncle, I want bak chor mee, mee pok lada. So that's it, now you know how to speak Singlish. Some people might say that the language sounds unpleasant and unnatural to speech, but we Singaporeans feel that it's really cool to have our own language, and it does have the sophistication and ambiguity of other languages, with its own etymology, its own set of colloquialisms, and the ability to transcend from generation to generation. Some people might say that this language just stems from how bad our English standard is, but hey, we're Singaporeans, and we are proud of it. Stay classy, Singapore.